Sometimes we wait a very long time to do something we really want to do because we think we need the perfect time to begin. But the truth is, waiting for the perfect time only wastes our life and takes away the chance to grow and become better. Every day you wait and do nothing, you lose a day when you could have taken a small step toward your dream, and that day is gone forever. You don't need to change your whole life in one night or do everything at once. But if you just give 1 hour every single day to become better than yesterday, then slowly your life will begin to change. 1 hour a day is not too much, but it is enough to help you feel better, think better, and remember the kind of person you really want to become. Because 1 hour can help you fix your thoughts, make your energy strong again, and push you to take action. Many people say they don't have time, but the real problem is not about having time. It is about what you do with the time you already have. Because 1 focused hour is more powerful than 10 hours of doing nothing useful. A lot of people spend many hours looking at their phones, watching videos, scrolling on social media, or waiting for motivation to come. But they don't understand that just 1 hour of doing something important on purpose can help them change their body, improve their mind, learn a new skill, or open a new door in life. It's not about doing everything in one day. It is about doing one small but meaningful thing every day. And if you keep doing that, your life will slowly become better. So, in this audiobook, we are going to talk about how just 60 minutes each day can take your life forward in ways you never imagined before. Because when you use your time wisely, you get closer to your goals without feeling tired or lost. You don't need to do big things to change your life. You only need to do something small that matters. And if you do that with full heart and full focus every day, you will see results. If you are someone who is tired of wasting time and ready to change your life, then let's begin the journey. Chapter 2. Use 1 hour to practice listening carefully every day. Most people in the world do not feel truly heard or truly understood, and even though they are always surrounded by many people, they still feel very alone because no one really listens to them with full attention and full care. People walk around all day with their phones in their hands, their minds full of their own thoughts and problems, and they hear words from others, but they do not actually listen to what the other person is trying to say with their heart. Maybe you have felt this too. Maybe someone was talking to you, but your mind was far away, thinking about something else. Or maybe you were trying to explain something that was very important to you, something from deep inside your heart, and the person just nodded and smiled, but you knew they did not really understand you. This kind of moment feels cold and empty. And this kind of disconnection is what makes people feel lonely even when they are not alone. But the good news is, you don't need to attend a big class or read a big book to fix this. You only need 1 hour every day. Yes, just 1 hour each day to practice being the kind of person who really listens carefully. If you do that, your life will start to change. Because people will begin to trust you more, talk to you more, and open their hearts to you. Because they feel safe and understood when they are with you. When you listen with your full heart and your full focus, you are not just another person in the room. You become someone very special, someone who people feel close to, someone who people remember, someone they want to keep in their lives. This kind of deep listening builds real trust, not just polite smiles or fake kindness, but strong and true relationships, whether in family, friendship, or work. But remember, listening is not just about hearing someone's words. It means giving them your full attention, not thinking about what you will say next, not looking at your phone, and not letting your mind run away. It means sitting with them in that moment, looking at them, hearing how their voice changes, noticing their pauses, watching their eyes, and feeling what they are really trying to tell you, sometimes things they cannot say with words. This is not easy, because most of us are not used to listening like this. But if you practice every day for just 1 hour, you will become better and better. Imagine if every day you sit down with someone, a friend, a coworker, a family member, or even a stranger, and say to yourself, "Today I will really be here, and I will really listen." You let them speak, you don't interrupt, and you ask questions, not to argue or show off, but to understand them better. You give them space to say what they are feeling inside, and slowly you will notice something beautiful. People will start coming to you more often because they trust you with their stories and their emotions. This one habit, listening carefully for 1 hour a day, can help you grow your emotional intelligence more than most books ever could. You will begin to feel what people truly mean, not just what they say. You will notice when their voice is soft or strong, when they pause too long, or when they say one thing but feel another. And when you reply to them, your words will have more power because they know you really listened, and they will feel that. Many people say, "I don't have time to do this." But think for a moment, how much time do you already spend talking without listening? How much time do you spend scrolling through your phone or watching meaningless videos? You are already using time every day. It's just not helping you grow. But if you use that same 1 hour with full attention and care, it will give you something amazing in return. Something that will help you every day for the rest of your life. This is not just about being nice or kind. It's also a smart choice, because people who listen well are respected more, trusted more, and often grow faster in their careers, friendships, and personal life. Listening is not loud or flashy, but it is powerful, and people feel it. Every day you practice, you will start seeing things you didn't notice before, things people say with their voice or their silence. You will begin to ask better questions, not to find out secrets, but to help them open their heart. And as you listen to others better, you will also begin to understand yourself better. Because to truly listen to someone, you must first make your own thoughts quiet. You will see when you interrupt too much or when your mind jumps around. You will learn how to stay focused, and you will begin to grow inside. You don't need to be perfect. Some days it will be hard. Some days you will feel tired or distracted. But what matters is that you try every day. You show up. You listen. And little by little, that 1 hour will help you become a better person, a more kind and connected human being. You can begin right now. Turn off your phone, sit with someone, ask them how they really feel, and then really care about the answer. Don't rush, don't try to fix everything, just be there with them. If they pause, let them pause. If they feel sad, stay with them. If they change the topic, follow them. Let them feel that their words matter to you. When you do this again and again, people will feel it. They will look at you differently. They will speak to you with more love and more trust. all because you gave them something rare and beautiful, your full attention. And that can change not only their life, but also your own. Chapter 3. Watch people's body language for 30 minutes every day. Most people walk through the world every day without really noticing what is happening around them. Not because their eyes are closed, but because they are not paying enough attention to the things people show without saying anything. Many people only listen to words, but they miss the real meaning behind those words, because they never learned how to watch and understand the messages that people give with their faces, their hands, their eyes, and the way they move. People are talking all the time, not just with their mouths, but also with their bodies. The way someone sits, how they stand, where they look, how they move their arms. These are all part of a silent language that is always being spoken. And if you learn to see and understand this language, your whole life can become better. And the best part is, you do not need a classroom or a book to learn it. To just need to spend 30 minutes each day watching carefully. Today, we live in a fast world where people are always busy and most conversations are very short and shallow. Someone might say, "I'm fine," while they are really feeling sad inside. They might laugh to hide pain. They might smile to hide anger. People often nod while they actually disagree. Words can lie, but the body almost never lies. And that is why learning to read body language is so important. If you can understand what people are feeling, even when they don't say it out loud, you will have a big advantage in your life. You will be able to build better friendships, have stronger family connections, and even succeed more in your job or business. Because you will be the person who really understands what others are going through. People will feel safe with you because you will be able to understand their feelings, even when they stay silent. Most people are busy looking at their phones, thinking about work, or worrying about something. So they do not notice the people around them. But if you choose to look at people closely, without judging them or staring too hard, you will start to notice small but powerful things. You will see when someone's smile does not reach their eyes, which means they are not truly happy. You will see when someone pulls their body away, which can mean they feel uncomfortable. You will see how people fold their arms when they are unsure, or avoid eye contact when they feel nervous. You don't need a special place to do this. You can practice anywhere. You can sit in a park, stand in a line, ride a bus, or sit in a cafe. Just look at people, not to stare at them, but to understand them better. Watch how they move, how they act around others, and how their faces change. Try to guess what they might be feeling. Are they open and relaxed, or closed and afraid? Are they confident and calm, or pretending to be okay when they are not? And when you start doing this every day, you will not only understand other people better, you will also begin to understand yourself better. You will notice how you sit when you are feeling stressed, or how you cross your arms when you feel attacked, or how your face changes when you're angry or nervous. This is called self-awareness, and it is a very powerful thing, because when you can see your own habits, you can change them. One of the most important things you will learn is to be quiet and just observe. Sometimes, silence teaches you more than any question can. You might see someone smile in a sad way when they talk about something that is supposed to be happy. That is your clue that they are hiding a feeling. And when you notice that, and you respond with kindness instead of pushing them, they will feel safe with you. because you understand them without needing them to explain everything. At first, this will feel strange, but if you do it every day, just 30 minutes sit will start to feel natural. You are not spying or being strange. You are simply learning to be more aware of the world around you and the people in it. You will begin to see the difference between someone who is truly confident and someone who is only acting confident. You will see leaders who don't need to talk loudly because their body already shows strength. And you will also see quiet people who are scared to speak but have something important to say. And when you see that, you have a chance to do something kind. You can give them space to talk. You can support them. You can make them feel seen and heard. That is not just kindness, that is leadership. As you keep practicing this habit, you will become someone who can feel the emotion in a room even before anyone speaks. You will feel when someone is about to get angry or sad or scared. This gives you the power to respond in the right way. You are not doing this to control anyone, but to understand and connect. And remember, you are not trying to be perfect. Some days you will miss things. Some days you will not understand someone correctly. That is okay. You are learning. Just keep watching, keep trying, and you will get better. You will also begin to feel more confident in conversations because you will know what people are feeling even before they tell you. They will feel that you get them, and they will want to be around you because people love to feel understood. You don't need to say anything, just be present, watch carefully, and care enough to understand what is not being said. When you do this, your relationships will grow, your confidence will rise, and your heart will feel more full. This simple habit, 30 minutes of quiet, watching every day, can change the way you connect with people forever. Chapter 4. Practice empathy every day to understand how others feel. Many people in this world are walking around with a heavy heart, carrying pain, stress, sadness, or fear inside them. But they do not show it on their face, and most of the time, the people around them do not notice or understand what they are feeling, not because they don't care, but because they don't know how to step inside someone else's world and feel what that person might be going through. Most people try to help by giving quick advice or saying something like, "Don't worry, everything will be fine." But that doesn't always help, because what people really need is not a fast solution. They just want someone who will sit beside them and really feel with them, even if just for a few minutes, without trying to fix everything. This is the big difference between sympathy and empathy. Sympathy looks at the pain from far away, but empathy walks close and says, "I'm here with you." Empathy is not something that only a few people have. It is something you can learn and grow, just like a skill or a muscle, and you can become better at it if you practice a little every day. It may feel hard at first, but when you make it a daily habit, even for just 5 or 10 minutes, you will start to feel more connected to other people, and they will feel closer to you too, because they will know that you truly care. One easy way to practice empathy is to pause for a moment when someone is upset or acting in a bad way and ask yourself, what might be the reason they are feeling this way? Maybe they had a hard day. Maybe they are worried about something. Maybe they are hurting deep inside. You don't have to know the exact reason. They don't even need to tell you, but just thinking about what they might be going through helps your heart to open with kindness instead of anger or judgment. Another way to grow your empathy is by remembering how you felt during your own hard times, when you were sad or misunderstood or afraid, and no one seemed to notice. Think about that moment when you wanted someone to just listen or be there with you. When you remember your own pain, it helps you understand the pain of others, not to make it about yourself, but to say, I know what it feels like, and I will not let you go through this alone. You can also grow your empathy by listening to real-life stories. Read books or watch interviews where people talk about their lives, their losses, their problems, or their healing. Try to feel what they felt, not to judge or compare, but to understand. When you learn about many kinds of people and what they go through, your heart becomes softer, your mind becomes more open, and you stop making quick judgments about people just because you don't understand them. Empathy is not always comfortable because it means feeling sadness, pain, or fear that does not belong to you. It means carrying someone else's feelings for a little while and not running away from it. But that is what makes empathy so strong. It takes emotional courage to stay present when someone is hurting, to listen without trying to change the topic, and to accept someone even when they feel broken or weak. When you practice empathy every day, something inside you also begins to change. You stop jumping to conclusions. You stop getting angry quickly. You stop blaming people when they behave differently. Instead, you slow down. You ask gentle questions. You listen with your heart. And people will begin to see you as someone they can trust, someone they can open up to, someone who makes them feel safe just by being there. And this is not just useful in your personal life. It helps in every part of your life, at work, in school, with your family, with friends, even with strangers. If you are a leader, people will follow you with respect, not fear. If you are a parent, your child will feel loved and understood. If you are a friend, your friendship will grow stronger. If you are in business, people will want to work with you because you truly understand their needs. Empathy is not about giving advice. It is not about fixing things. It is about giving your full attention, being there, and showing with your presence that you care. Even if you do nothing else, just sit with someone in silence and listen. That is enough. That is powerful. That is what people are really looking for. And when you make empathy a part of your daily life, you will notice something even more beautiful. Empathy not only helps others, it helps you. It makes you more peaceful inside. You become less angry at the world. You stop fighting with people in your head. You feel calm because you know that everyone is carrying something. And now you carry less blame and more understanding. You are not practicing empathy to be popular or to get praise. You are doing it to become someone stronger, someone softer, someone who can carry more than their own feelings, someone who can give love and presence to others just by being truly there. So, today, try it. The next time someone tells you how they feel, don't try to fix them. Don't say, me too. Don't give advice. Just look at them with care and say with your heart, I'm here. That one simple act can change a person's day, and it can begin to change your life too. Chapter 5. Talk to people in a meaningful way to feel more confident. Many people in the world feel shy or nervous when they have to talk to others because they want to feel close to people, but they don't know how to begin the conversation. Or they feel scared that no one will listen to them, and that makes them feel small, quiet, and unsure of themselves. They talk to others sometimes, but those conversations feel boring or stressful, not deep or interesting. And instead of feeling better after talking, they feel tired or disappointed. This happens not because people are not smart or not friendly, but because they do not know how to have meaningful conversations, the kind of conversations where both people really connect, share real thoughts, and feel heard and understood. Most people are stuck in small talk, where they only say things like "How are you?" or "What do you do?" But these questions do not go deep, and they make people feel like they are just talking to pass the time, not to truly know each other. But you can change this by practicing every single day. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be funny or clever. You only need to try talking to people in a way that shows you care, in a way that helps both you and the other person feel something real. When you do this, you will begin to feel more confident because you will stop worrying about what to say, and you will start feeling joy in the way you connect with others. Having meaningful conversations is not about talking all the time or trying to impress people with big words. It means asking better questions that help the other person open their heart. For example, instead of asking, "Did you like the movie?" you can ask, "What part of the movie made you feel something?" These kinds of questions help people talk about their feelings, their thoughts, and their memories. And this creates a deep and warm connection. It also means listening carefully, not just with your ears, but with your heart. When the other person is speaking, don't think about what you will say next. Don't try to interrupt. Just stay quiet and listen, because people can feel when you are truly present. And that makes them feel safe to talk more when you do this. Every day, even for a short time, you will notice that you feel more relaxed when talking to others, because you are not trying to perform or show off. You are just trying to understand and connect. And this will make you feel proud and peaceful, because you are becoming the kind of person who builds trust with every conversation. You also need to be open about yourself. This means sharing something true from your own life, not pretending, not acting like everything is perfect, but saying something real. When you talk about your own dreams, struggles, or hopes in a kind and simple way, people feel closer to you. They see that you are just like them, and this helps them feel safe to share their own stories too. This kind of honesty is called vulnerability. And even though it feels scary sometimes, it is very powerful because it builds strong connections. When you stop hiding your true self, people respect you more, not less. They want to spend time with you because they know you are not pretending. Also, it's important to slow down. In our busy world, people are always in a rush, moving from one thing to the next. But social confidence grows when you take your time, when you stop looking at your phone, when you sit down and really talk to someone without being distracted. When you do this, your mind becomes calm, your heart becomes full, and you begin to enjoy every conversation. Every time you talk to someone in a real and meaningful way, you learn something. You learn about their life, about the way they think, and about how people feel. And slowly, you also learn more about yourself, what matters to you, what kind of person you are, and how you want to grow. It's okay to feel nervous sometimes. It's okay to say something silly or make mistakes while talking. That's how we learn. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to keep trying. Every time you try, you become a little stronger, a little braver, and a little more comfortable with people. Meaningful conversations don't need to happen in big groups or big events. You can talk to a coworker during lunch. You can ask a deep question to a family member. You can call an old friend and really listen. It doesn't matter how long the talk is. What matters is how true and open it feels. People remember the way you made them feel. If you talk to them with kindness, with interest, and with care, they will feel warm inside, and they will want to talk to you again. This makes your confidence grow even more, because you begin to feel that you matter, that your words matter, and that people enjoy being around you. So start practicing every day. Use 1 hour, not just to talk, but to really connect. Put away your distractions. Ask better questions. Listen with your heart. Share something true. Be patient. Be kind. And over time, you will feel a change inside yourself. You will walk into rooms with more ease. You will speak with less fear. You will understand people better. And your conversations will become full of life, full of learning, and full of love. Not because you talk a lot, but because you talk with meaning. This is how you build real confidence. This is how you become someone who others trust and respect. And it all begins with 1 hour of meaningful connection every single day. Chapter 6. Study social intelligence every day to understand people better. Many people feel confused or lost when they talk to others, because they don't understand why some conversations go well and feel good, while others feel strange, awkward, or difficult. They don't understand why some people make friends easily and connect with others quickly, while they feel nervous, uncomfortable, or unsure of what to say. The reason is not that they are bad at talking, it's because they never learned social intelligence. Social intelligence means knowing how people think, how people feel, how people speak, and how people connect with each other. And just like reading or writing, social intelligence is a skill you can learn if you practice it every day. It is not something only smart or lucky people have. Anyone can grow this skill if they study it and use it a little bit every day. Most people never study how social life works. They hope they will just become good at talking and making friends with time, but that is not how it works. If you want to understand people, if you want to talk in a better way, if you want to connect with others deeply, you must spend some time learning about it. The best way to learn this is to read good books or watch videos that teach you how people behave, how emotions work, and how conversations can be better. You don't need to study for hours. Even just 20 to 30 minutes a day is enough to start changing your life. These small daily lessons will add up and grow in your mind. Slowly, the things you learn will become natural for you, and you will begin to use them without even thinking. When you learn social intelligence, you begin to see things more clearly. You understand why people act a certain way. You begin to see how their mood, their feelings, or their past experiences affect the way they talk and behave. You learn how to respond in a kind way that helps build connection instead of creating problems. Many good books and videos give you simple and useful steps. They teach you how to ask good questions, how to read people's body language, how to notice when someone is uncomfortable, and how to make them feel safe. These are not hard tricks. These are skills that help you build better relationships with family, friends, coworkers, and even strangers. But remember, just watching or reading is not enough. You must practice what you learn. If you watch a video or read something helpful, try using that tip in your next conversation. For example, if the video teaches you to smile and make eye contact, try it. If it teaches you to listen more and speak less, try it. Every small practice helps you grow stronger in your social skills. If you don't study social intelligence, you might keep making the same mistakes over and over. Maybe you interrupt too much, or maybe you don't look at people when you talk, or maybe you feel too nervous to speak at all. These small habits can create big problems in your relationships. But when you become aware of them, you can start changing them one step at a time. The more you learn, the more your confidence will grow. You will stop feeling so scared before talking to someone. You will know what to say, how to say it, and how to listen with care. This makes you more comfortable in your own skin, and people will feel that. They will enjoy being around you because you are calm, kind, and thoughtful. You also become more patient and more kind to others because you now understand that everyone is different. Some people are shy. Some people are loud. Some people have pain they are hiding. Social intelligence helps you understand all kinds of people, and it helps you speak to them in a way that makes them feel respected and loved. This skill is useful everywhere in school, at work, at home, and in public. Whether you are talking to your boss, your child, your friend, or a stranger, you will know how to speak with understanding and care. That makes people trust you, and it opens many doors in life. Some people say they don't have time to learn this, but think about this. Every day, people waste hours worrying, overthinking, or avoiding conversations. If you spend just 1 hour a day learning social intelligence, you will stop wasting time feeling anxious. You will become confident, peaceful, and ready to connect with others. And when you study this every day, you stay focused on becoming better. You feel proud of your growth. You see small wins, like someone smiling at you, someone saying thank you, someone sharing their story with you, and those wins give you motivation to keep learning. You will also begin to notice things you never saw before. You will hear the feelings behind people's words. You will notice the small signs in their voice, in their face, in their eyes. You will begin to know what someone is feeling, even when they don't say it directly. That is the true power of social intelligence. One day, you will realize that you are not afraid of talking to others anymore. You will feel relaxed, open, and natural. You will walk into a room with confidence because you have learned how to be around people without fear. You are not guessing anymore, you are understanding. And that changes everything. Social intelligence is not something you learn one time and forget. It is something you study and practice for your whole life, because people are always changing and every conversation is different. But if you keep learning every day, you will become stronger, wiser, and more connected to others. So start today. Choose a good book or a helpful video about people, emotions, or communication. Spend a little time each day learning. Then take what you learn and try it in real life. You will see that day by day you are becoming better at talking, better at listening, and better at living with other people in a kind and confident way. Chapter 7. Think about your daily conversations to see how you can improve. Every day, we talk to many people. We speak to friends, family, coworkers, or even strangers. But most of the time, after we finish talking, we forget about the conversation quickly and move on to the next thing. We don't stop to ask ourselves what went well or what we could have done better. And because of this, we miss the chance to grow, to learn, and to become better at talking and listening. Some people feel unhappy after a conversation. Maybe they said something wrong, or maybe the other person didn't react the way they expected. But instead of thinking about what happened and learning from it, they just feel bad and don't know why. But if you spend a few minutes every day thinking about your conversations, you can start to see small things that make a big difference, and you can begin to grow your social confidence, one day at a time. Reflecting means thinking deeply and honestly about what really happened in a conversation. It means asking yourself kind and simple questions, like, did I listen with full attention? Was I calm and respectful? Did I interrupt or speak too much? Did I miss a chance to ask a good question? These small questions help you understand your habits and give you clear ways. Some people think reflection means blaming yourself or feeling guilty, but that is not true. You are not looking back to feel bad, you are looking back to learn. You are watching the conversation like a movie in your mind, not to judge, but to notice what worked and what didn't. This helps you become your own teacher, your own guide. For example, maybe you remember that during a talk, the other person looked bored or quiet. Now you can ask yourself, did I talk too much, or did I forget to ask about their feelings? This gentle thinking helps you become more aware and more kind in the future. You don't need to spend a long time on this. Even 5 or 10 minutes at the end of the day can be very powerful. You can sit in a quiet place, close your eyes, and just remember the people you talked to and how it felt. Or you can write a few short notes in a notebook about what you learned or what you want to do differently next time. Writing things down helps your mind become more clear. You begin to see your strengths, things you do well, and you also see your weak points, things you want to change. This makes your learning strong and real because you are not just thinking, you are taking action to grow. Reflection also helps you manage your emotions. Sometimes, after a conversation, you feel hurt, angry, or misunderstood. If you never think about it, those feelings stay inside you and make you feel worse over time. But if you stop and think, you begin to understand why you felt that way. You can say to yourself, I felt sad because I didn't feel heard, or I was nervous because I was afraid of being judged. This kind of self-understanding gives you power, and it helps you stay calm in future conversations. When you reflect often, you start to see small signs in people's body language too. Maybe you remember that someone folded their arms or didn't look you in the eyes. These small signals tell you how they were feeling, even if they didn't say it with words. Now that you see it, you can respond with more care and understanding next time. Sometimes, reflection is not easy. You may remember a time when you were rude or not present. That can feel uncomfortable, but it is a good sign. It means you care. And when you care, you will try to do better. This kind of honesty with yourself is how real growth happens. It is also very helpful to reflect on the good moments. Maybe you had a great talk with someone and they smiled and thanked you. Ask yourself, what did I do right in that moment? Maybe you listened well or gave kind words. This helps you repeat those good actions again and again. As you keep doing this every day, you will see that your conversations get easier. You will interrupt less. You will listen more. You will ask better questions. You will understand people's emotions faster. You will also understand your own emotions more clearly. All this happens because you took the time to slow down and reflect. And this reflection doesn't just help in personal talks. It helps at work, at school, in meetings, in customer service, and everywhere you speak. You become someone who can think before speaking and speak with kindness and confidence. You become someone others respect. The key is to do it daily. Make it part of your routine, like brushing your teeth or drinking water. Every day, give yourself a few quiet minutes to look back. Think gently. Don't be hard on yourself. Be honest, but also be kind. You are learning, and that takes time. So tonight, before you sleep, think about 1 or 2 conversations you had today. Ask yourself, did I make the other person feel good? Did I listen fully? Was I calm, kind, and curious? And then tell yourself what you want to do better tomorrow. This habit of reflection is like a secret superpower. It helps you become wiser, more understanding, and more confident. And the best part is you already have everything you need to do it. You just need a few minutes, a quiet place, and the will to become better. One small step every day, one small thought. That is how your social life will slowly grow stronger, deeper, and more joyful. Chapter 8. Meet one new person every week to grow and feel more alive. Many people live their whole life talking only to the same small group of people. They stay with the same friends, the same coworkers, and the same family members, and they do not try to talk to new people, not because they don't want to, but because they feel afraid, shy, or unsure of what to say. But deep inside, many of these people feel something missing. They feel bored, stuck, or lonely, even when they are not alone. One of the best ways to feel more excited and more alive is to meet someone new every week, even if it's just one person. When you meet a new person, you open the door to a different world, because every person has their own story, their own ideas, and their own way of seeing life. Talking to someone new helps you learn something fresh, and it helps you grow your heart and your mind. You don't have to meet 10 people at once. You don't have to go to a big party or a noisy place. Just one person each week is enough. It could be someone you see often but never speak to, like a neighbor, someone in your building, a person at work, or someone at a coffee shop. All you have to do is take a small step and say hello, ask a kind question, and show real interest in them at first. You may feel nervous. You may worry about what they will think or what to say if the conversation becomes quiet. That's normal. Everyone feels that way sometimes. But remember, most people are also waiting for someone to talk to them. They also want to feel seen, heard, and valued. When you take the first step, you are doing something brave. And many people will be happy that you did. You are not doing this to collect names or numbers. You are doing this to connect, to learn, and to grow. Every person has something to teach you, and every new conversation is a small gift. Some talks will be short and simple. Some may lead to deep friendship. Some may not go well, and that's okay too. You don't need every conversation to be perfect. You just need to try, and every time you try, you become more confident. Your fear becomes smaller. Your voice becomes stronger, and your heart becomes more open. Week by week, your world becomes bigger, not just outside, but also inside. Sometimes you will meet someone who has a different opinion, a different culture, or a different way of thinking. This is a good thing because it helps you understand the world better. You don't have to agree with everyone. You just have to be kind, curious, and respectful. That's how real connection begins. Meeting new people also gives you energy. It brings new ideas, new stories, and new laughter into your life. When life feels boring or slow, a good conversation with someone new can wake you up and remind you that there is still so much to learn, see, and feel. You can write down your goal each week. I will talk to one new person. You can also keep a notebook and write about who you met, what you learned, and how it made you feel. This will help you see your progress and feel proud of your effort. Some weeks may be harder. You may feel tired, or the person may not respond the way you hoped. That's okay. Don't give up. This is not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. And the more you try, the more the world opens up to you. You will also become better at reading people. You will know when someone is open to talking and when they are not. You will learn how to start conversations and how to listen better. You will become more relaxed in new places. You will feel less fear and more excitement, and one day you may meet someone who changes your life, a new friend, a helpful teacher, a kind supporter, or someone who opens a door for a new opportunity. That one meeting may not have happened if you stayed silent. This small habit, talking to one new person every week, can change your life in ways you cannot see right now. It can make you happier, stronger, and more connected to the world. It teaches you that people are not so scary. It shows you that kindness can start with a smile, a question, or a simple hello. So go out and try. Look around you. There are people everywhere, and most of them are just waiting for someone brave enough to say the first word. You can be that person. You can take the step, and if you do this every week, your life will slowly become brighter, warmer, and more full of real human connection, all from just one new person, one conversation, one small moment of courage. Chapter 9. Record and listen to your conversations to improve the way you speak. Many people think they are good at talking to others, but the truth is, most of us do not really know how we sound when we speak, because we never stop to listen to ourselves. We talk and then forget what we said. We don't know if we were speaking clearly, or if we interrupted, or if we said something that made the other person feel confused or upset. One powerful way to get better at talking and listening is to record your conversations, of course, only if you have permission from the other person, and then listen to those recordings later to understand how you sound and how you can improve. It may feel strange or uncomfortable at first to hear your own voice, but this simple habit can help you learn more than you expect. When you listen to your own conversations, you hear everything that happened slowly and clearly. You can hear your tone. Was it calm or loud? You can hear your words. Were they kind or rushed? You can hear the silence. Did you give the other person time to talk, or did you speak too much? You also begin to notice small things you didn't see during the conversation. Maybe you interrupted too often. Maybe you didn't ask enough questions. Maybe you said or like too many times. These small habits can make a big difference in how people feel when they talk to you. Most people do not change because they do not see what needs to be changed. But when you listen to yourself, you get honest feedback. You can clearly hear what worked and what didn't. This helps you grow faster because you are not guessing. You are learning from real experience. Sometimes, when you listen to the recording, you may feel embarrassed. You might say, I didn't know I sounded like that. But that's okay. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't feel ashamed. Everyone makes mistakes. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to improve and to become more aware of how you speak and how you make others feel. You can also keep a notebook to write down what you notice. You can write your strengths, what you did well, and your weak points, what you want to fix. For example, you can write, I spoke too fast. Next time, I will slow down. Or, I didn't let the other person finish. Next time, I will wait. These small notes give you a clear path to follow. Listening to your own recordings also helps you understand emotions better. You can hear the feelings in your voice. Were you nervous, angry, happy, or tired? You can also hear how the other person responded. Did they laugh, stay quiet, or sound confused? This helps you become more sensitive and thoughtful in future conversations. You will also notice your habits more clearly. Maybe you always talk about yourself too much. Or maybe you avoid difficult topics. Or maybe you never say encouraging words. When you hear these habits, you can slowly change them, one at a time. Another benefit of this habit is that it helps you prepare for important talks. If you have a meeting, a job interview, or a speech, you can record yourself practicing it. Then, you can listen and make small changes before the real event. This helps you feel more ready and less nervous. Recording and reviewing also teaches you how to be a better listener. You will notice how often you truly listen and how often you were just waiting to speak. Listening is a skill, and you can improve it by hearing how you do it now. As you keep doing this, you begin to develop your own speaking style. You learn how to talk with more care, how to use better words, how to pause when needed, and how to make the other person feel heard. You also begin to enjoy your own growth because you can hear how much you are improving. One day, you will listen to an old recording and smile because you will hear how far you've come. Your voice will sound more calm. Your words will be clearer. Your conversations will feel warmer and more real. That is the gift of daily practice. This habit is simple, free, and powerful. You don't need special tools. You can use your phone or your computer. Just remember to ask the other person for permission if you are recording them, because trust and respect are always important. You can start small. Choose one conversation each week to record and review. Take a few notes. Try to do a little better. Next time, if you do this again and again, it will become part of your life. You will start to enjoy talking more, and people will enjoy talking to you. So, begin today. Listen to yourself, not to judge, but to learn. Speak with more care, more kindness, and more thought. And day by day, you will become someone who speaks with confidence and listens with heart. Chapter 10. Use 1 hour every day to build real and strong relationships in today's busy world. Many people feel lonely even when they are surrounded by other people, because being around others does not always mean you feel connected, and sometimes you talk to many people but still feel like no one truly knows you or cares about you. This happens because most people only talk in quick, simple ways, and they do not take the time to build deep and real connections with others. Real connection does not happen by luck or by accident. It happens when you decide to give your time, your attention, and your heart to someone else, not just once, but over and over again. And you don't need to spend the whole day doing it. Just giving 1 hour every day to build a real connection with someone can completely change your life and make your heart feel full and happy. During this 1 hour, you should put away your phone, stop checking messages, stop thinking about work, and give your full attention to the person in front of you. This can be a friend, a family member, a coworker, or even someone you want to get to know better. You don't need to plan a big event or say special things. You just need to be present and truly listen and talk with care. This hour can be used in many ways. You can sit and talk face to face. You can call someone on the phone and listen without rushing. You can join a group activity and be active, not silent. You can also reach out to someone you haven't spoken to in a long time and ask them how they really feel. The goal is not just to talk, but to connect, and remember. Building real connection means asking deeper questions and listening with your full heart. Don't just say, "How are you?" and move on. Ask, "How are you really feeling these days?" Ask about their dreams, their problems, their thoughts. Give them space to speak, and don't judge what they say. Just listen. When you do this every day, people will begin to feel safe with you. They will trust you more. They will want to be around you. And you will also feel more peaceful inside, because your relationships will not feel shallow or fake. Will feel honest, strong, and full of warmth. You don't need to impress people or be perfect. You just need to be real. Speak with kindness. Be open about your feelings. If you are sad, you can say it. If you are happy, you can share it. If you made a mistake, you can say sorry. These small things make a big difference. People don't want perfect friends. They want honest friends. Also, try to remember what matters to people. Remember birthdays, important events, or little details they told you. When you bring up those small things later, people feel special and loved, because it shows you were really listening and that you care. Even if you cannot meet someone face to face, you can still use the hour to send a thoughtful message or call them and ask how their day was. What matters most is your intention, your goal to make someone feel important and understood. Sometimes, building connection means stepping out of your comfort zone. You may need to talk to someone new, or join a group, or reach out to someone you haven't spoken to in a long time. This may feel scary, but it's also a way to grow. Real connection comes when you are brave enough to open your heart. If you make this 1 hour habit part of your daily life, you will slowly see a big change. Your relationships will become deeper. People will trust you more. You will feel more supported. You will have people to laugh with, to talk to, and to cry with when times are hard. And when you feel connected, life becomes more meaningful. You are not just going through the day alone. You are walking side by side with people who care about you, and you care about them. That kind of love and support makes everything better, even your health, your mood, and your energy. This hour is also good for your own emotional health. When you talk to someone honestly and openly, your stress becomes smaller, and your heart becomes lighter. You begin to feel stronger, more peaceful, and more hopeful. So start today. Give 1 hour not to a screen, not to work, not to worries, but to a person. Give them your time, your ears, your smile, and your heart. You may think it's a small thing, but it's not. That 1 hour can build a relationship that lasts a lifetime. Do it every day. Make it a habit. and watch how your life slowly fills with real friendship, real love, and real joy.